G'day all, welcome back to Built by Chris. In this episode I'm going to take you through my new workshop. The remodel is finished and I just want to show you how it all turned out. I'm very happy with the way things are now. I have way more room that I thought I could ever imagine having in here, and everything works so much better. The workflow is a lot better and I know where everything is. Also, I've feng shuied a hell of a lot of stuff out of here. I applied the feng shui principle that if I hadn't used it in the last 12 months, or I wasn't likely to use it in the next 12 months, it was gone. And it just opened up so much more room, and being brutal in that way by getting rid of stuff that you can't make yourself throw away because you think you're going to use it, by actually throwing it away makes a big difference. So having said all that, why don't you come with me and I'll show you how big a difference the workshop remodel has made. Okay, I'm over in my toolbox corner. This side of the workshop has remained largely unchanged for a couple of reasons. Number one, I ran out of time and I needed to get that side of the workshop finished first because that was the big part of it. And number two, I can't get plywood. The people that I normally get my plywood from have run out. So funny about that. I'm going to have to wait another couple of weeks before they get a new shipment in. It's no big deal. Makes me save a little bit more cash so I can do the job properly. But this part of the workshop is going to undergo the same change as the main workshop. But if you want to have a look at the last video, I'll pop a link up here in the description. The workshop has not changed on this side significantly, but it will change. I'm going to follow the theme through from this side so that it all ties in and makes it look like it's one big workshop instead of two halves of a garage. So let's move on. I'll show you the next bit. Now this is the lathe area where I make all my pens and everything. As you can see, it hasn't really changed that much. It will undergo a massive change like the other side of the workshop did, but the lathe is still here where it was. It works well where it is, so I'm going to leave it in this area, but I'm just going to change everything around it. All my pen kits are here now. I've got them all sorted out. I've made myself a bigger shelf here so you can, so I can actually see what I've got, and I'm not digging through a whole lot of stuff to get to something else. All the blanks and pen cases are over the other side. This side works well. The only changes are just a little bit of the layout that's going to happen, but I need to get some more plywood. As soon as I get that, I'm going to start it, but a lot of this stuff here is going to have the feng shui principle applied to it, and just going to make the workshop a lot better. Let's have a look now at the changes that I've made. The first change that I made was the position of the table saw. If you remember, it was tilted 90 degrees or rotated 90 degrees in this axis, and I had everything behind me, which then limited me to the size of the pieces that I could actually put through the table saw. The way that I've got it now, I can go back to cutting, if I wanted to, a big sheet of plywood. Not that I will, because I break everything down on my with my track saw. But it's a lot easier and a lot more friendlier where it is now, user friendly. I've got the workbench, which doubles as an outfeed table now, or an assembly table, whatever, but both have got a home now. Once I'm finished with this, I put it back on its wheels and just wheel it over into the corner here. That way I can get my car back into the workshop. Okay, the first major change of the workshop is everything that you see from here on in. If you can remember, this is where my dust extractor used to be. I hung it on the wall. I had the pleated filter and everything hanging from the ceiling. I had the 44-gallon drum in the corner with everything going into that. It worked well, but it took up, even though I broke it up into pieces and hung it on the wall, it still took up a lot of room. That's gone now. That went to a new home. I now have canister dust extractors which sit next to the machines that they service, and for me it works a hell of a lot better. The The clamps have been relocated again to this side of the workshop, and now, as you can see, very easily accessible. I don't need to move anything to get to them. They're just there now. The other thing that I made room for is my 3 machines here. I've got the jointer thicknesser combo, I've got my welder and my cold cut saw. They've all got homes now. I don't need to move them in and out to get the stuff. This is where they are, and if I need them, I just roll them out and use them. Don't have to touch them if I don't need them, which works well for me. But you can see also I've got new shelving up here, which works a lot better, and I've broken it down into categories this time. So I've got all my electrical gear, I've got all my cabinet making gear here, I've got all my table saw stuff, all my edge banding equipment. It's just everything's got a home now, and it works so much better, easily accessible. Should have done this years ago. Got a corner cabinet now which takes up all that corner, and I can again fit a whole lot of stuff in there. So I've got my pneumatic gear, my spray guns and everything, nails, it's all there, easy to get to. This is the home now of the miter saw station and my drill press. If you can remember from my last video, I had a bench up against the roller door in the corner here, and it was on wheels so I could move it around. Again, it was a good bench. I made it. It was solid, but I didn't really put a lot of thought into what I was going to actually put into it. I just needed to make a bench that I could move around and put some stuff on. That's gone now. My brother-in-law inherited that. So I made this miter saw station. Now it's not as big as the miter saw stations you'll see on a lot of the YouTube videos, but it works for me. It doesn't take up a lot of room. It still houses the drill press, and it's got the miter saw, and I've put a dust hood around it, a dust box. This part comes off if I need to do angle cuts. The drill press, I've taken the bottom off it, the base off it, and I've screwed it directly to the miter saw station. I've obviously reinforced it under there, and to be honest, it's a lot more solid than what it was, so I'm happy with the way that turned out. I've got drawers here for my stuff, and you can see I've actually got them labelled, and that's part of the reason why the big workshop remodel happened. Not because I wanted to label my drawers, but the reason why the drawers are now labelled. I'm very happy with the way this works out, how this looks. Again, I've got storage up above for all my odds and sods, and again, it's all got homes for everything. My drills, my odds and sods, my paints, everything's got a home. It's a lot more easier to get to now. And again, I've got so much more room on this side of the workshop now. It's just I should have done this years ago. Now finally, I'm at the reason why I needed to make the big workshop change. I've just bought myself this CNC machine, and it's a little ripper. It's a Bluey, in case you're interested in what model it is or what it is, from Blue Carve. And I've used it a couple of times now, and it is absolutely a dream to use. I love it. Should have bought this years ago, but anyway, beside the point. This is the reason why the workshop change happened. I've got the new bench here that I've made, and I sort of incorporated a few other things into this workbench, obviously to house the CNC machine. But over in that corner is where my compressor now lives. It's got a permanent home, and it's right out of the way. I'm not falling over it. Love it where it is. And under here, I've got my thicknesser and a couple of other toolboxes. Storage for everything now. In case you're wondering about the compressor, how I get to it and how I blow the tank, that front part, which you can't see, is removable, so I can take it out easily when I need to. And I've got a hose that goes under the roller door, so I can vent to the outside world when I need to blow the tank, which I do every time I finish using it. But this again is the reason why the big remodel happened. I needed to make room for this. As you saw just in the previous clip, I labelled all my drawers using this, and it's so easy to use. I was a little bit intimidated at first when I got it. I'm thinking there's no way I'm going to be able to work this out and use it, but it's not that hard. Not that hard at all, and I reckon if I can do it, anybody can do it. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this. I've already started doing a few like workshop projects with it. I've made a clock, which I can't put my hand on at the moment, but I made a clock for myself with my Built by Chris logo on it that I've filled with resin. So that's going to replace the $10 King Chrome one that I bought from Bunnings, and that's going to take pride of place. And I've got a few other little projects to do as well, and projects just so that I can learn how to use it properly and find out what it's capable of, what it can do, what it can't do. But here it is. Here's the reason why it all happened. Now, just before I end the video today, I just want to show you the new stickers that I received lately in the mail, and they've gone up on the wall. So let's begin with Mark Dana. He keeps changing his name and keeps sending me stickers. I think his goal in life is to sticker the whole world, make sure there's a sticker everywhere with his name on it around the world. Thanks, Mark, really appreciate it. Wooden Thumb has sent me a sticker. Thank you very much for that. I've got Zach's Creations and Ian in the Shed sent me stickers, so they're up on the wall. Oz Sawdust Makers, Rhino gave me that sticker ages ago, and I thought I lost it. Sorry, Rhino, but I actually ended up finding it, so it's now up on the sticker wall. Joe's Workbench is another one. I just want to very quickly just say thank you to Joe. He's helped me a great deal in setting up my my CNC machine. I think I drove him crazy asking him questions, but it's not going to change anytime soon either, Joe. Just so you know, I'm going to be ringing you and picking your brains. But yeah, Joe's Workbench is up, and I think that's all the new ones that I've got so far. So if you've got a sticker, if you want to do a sticker swap, hit me up in a personal message and we'll sort something out. And there you have it, the new workshop. I really like the way it turned out. I've got so much more room in here now. It's actually a pleasure to come out here and start doing some work. I'm not tripping over anything. I know where everything is. I've got rid of a whole lot of stuff that I will always, I'll put that away because I'm going to use it another. Nah, it's all gone now. I've feng shuied the hell out of this place. It took 2 trailer loads down to the tip, to be brutally honest, and I've got a big 7x5 cage trailer. Took 2 trips down to the tip to get rid of most of the stuff that I had in here, and it's not finished. As you know, the other side of this workshop I'm going to be redoing, and that's going to be a video for another day. But I just want to make the whole workshop look the same. I mean, I've got plywood walls now, plywood shelves and everything, and the other side just looks like I said before, it just looks like 2 halves of a garage now. I want to tie it all in so it all looks the same. But again, time and money are the great factors here, but I will get there in the end. Once again, if you like what you saw, if you think I'm worthy of it, hit that subscription button, like it, share it with your friends, let them know what I've been up to, and I'll just say bye for now, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Let's go have a look at the workshop, and let me know if you, oh, for the love of the corner that has remained. Oh. Okay, now this part of the workshop again has not changed that much. Now the first big change that I've made, look at the camera, not the screen.